hopefully this will be satisfactory for what we need to do. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. And turn that on. Right. Now we're going to arm the hook, turn it on, and I'm going to bring up the menu, all cargo, and I'm going to go with pallet. Okay, now I'm going to bring this up. Okay, and I'm going to go into altitude hold and TRC. I'm going to squeeze the button on the thrust lever. Right. And I don't know that I can pick that up. In case you're curious, what I did there was, when I first started moving over here, I actually used the cyclic to move myself around. And now I'm using the DAFCS control. Last time I tried to pick this up, it caused all kinds of problems.
In position. Off hook.
Yeah. Didn't think that it was going to work. Righto. Let's go with the barrels. And we'll go back down. And let's line ourselves up. And let's get ourselves over the top. Now, that's in position hold mode, and what I'm doing is I'm holding the AFX above it, okay? Okay, so now we're hooked. We'll go to 3, and we'll go down here, Windows T, okay, and we'll go kneel down as well, and I'm going to go a little bit further forward. I can't from this position. Because I don't want to break the barrels. And if you do that, right, now we're directly over the top. What I can do is I can then go up using the up control on the thrust lever. And okay, So the line's tight now.
Load is hanging steady.
So we go back,
Take it away.
and there you go. You can see the line is nice and tight, and we've got a bit of cargo hanging underneath. And I'm just going to go into TRC mode for this one. You can see it's hanging a little bit longer because I've got a longer rope on here. Now I set this, I think it was 50-foot rope, maybe more. Okay. Now I've set in the TRC, I've set a speed to move, and you'll notice I can steer where we go using the pedals. So now I'm going to stop us. Right, a little bit more. And I'm going to go into position hold. Go to number 3. Close enough. And I'm just going to go down. Now I'm going to run through the keys and the bindings and everything that I've used in a second.
10 to ground.
Right.
3 to on the ground.
Right, now
Release.
there's the release. And cargo is unhooked. Okay. So just going to go out of all the hold modes and just stay in the hover mode, the altitude hold mode for a second. And I'm even going to go out of that now. And just going to go down onto the ground without killing myself. Okay. So now, the keys I've been using. Let's go down into here. And right, so for the alt hold, you push forward or up on that button there, on the AFC button, ACS button, or the DACS, DAFCS, and then you've got the position hold towards PH, and then you've got the selector between inertial or radar altitude hold, and there's the TRC. And then I've also got an up and a down, so I can go up or down using that. Now I'm going to show you the controls inside of the mesh mount thing. Now there is no default bindings for these keys. Now the ones you're looking for are all on the thrust grip AFCS mode hat. And it's going to be down, left, right, and up. And then you've got 2 more, which are going to be thrust grip, radio, no, sorry, not those. These ones. Thrust grip, up, down switch, depress, down, depress, up. And again, no default key bindings for it. So you just need to find somewhere to put those ones. The other ones that I'm using to control my movement when I'm in TRC mode or in position hold is on the cyclic grip AFCS trim hat, and you've got down, left, right, and up, and that'll give you the ability to move yourself around. Either when you're in TRC mode, you'll be able to move yourself slowly at a constant speed. If you're in the position hold mode, you'll be able to push in a direction. Say you wanted to go a little bit forward, you would push for a second or two forward on the trim hat or up, and that would move you forward, maybe 2 feet, 3 feet or something like that. The other buttons you're going to need is external cargo hook. There's your default bindings for that, and you're going to need release. Okay, now at one stage you used to have to do the cover for the release button. Now the release the release cover gets lifted automatically when you press this button here, and again, no default binding for that one. Other buttons that you're going to need, if you remember, I moved around in the cargo area, and so that's right control square bracket will move you backwards and forwards in the cargo hold. So it's the operator's workstations, and that'll move you backwards and forwards in the cargo hold. And to open the inner trapdoor, left shift, left Windows T, or better still, bind it to a key on your HOTAS or panels or somewhere. The other one, to open the hook bay, is left shift, left Windows H. So it's cargo hook bay hatch, open, close. And again, there's the default bindings, and there is where I've got it stored. So it's much easier when you can do it that way. Otherwise, it takes 2 hands to press the keys, I find. So that's pretty much it. The only other things left to do. Alright, so the only other things you've got is like your overlays. So you can turn on tack bearing, and you can use ADF bearing, ACP bearing, ANN bearing, VOR bearing, and you can select between on the CDI the different settings. Currently I know flight plan works. Not sure about the other modes, whether they work or not. And then obviously you've got your flight modes down here, and your different modes there, and show IDs, and that's across all of the panels here. And in here, heading bug used to be something that didn't work at all, so we can now go to, say, 120 degrees and put that in the heading bug, and now you'll notice the little green marker for the heading bug now moves and orientates itself in that direction. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I hope that was of help. If you have any questions, post them in the comments and I'll try and address them. And I'll also catch you up with more information as it comes to hand to me. Thank you very much. Cheers. I'm Targs. I'm out.